Imagine a classroom filled with students. Now picture that nearly half of them have felt lonely in the last few months. Some are battling depression, others are struggling with anxiety, and few are silently planning the unthinkable. In a world more connecting than ever, why do our young people feel so lonely? Every day, a student somewhere choose silence over speaking up, and sometimes silence becomes permanent. According to the National Crime Record Bureau, over 12,500 students died by suicide in 2022 in the India alone. It's 34 young lives lost every single day. This is more than a mental health crisis, it's a national emergency. Have you ever felt completely alone, surrounded by friends, yet somehow utterly isolated? Silent struggle among our youth, depression, loneliness, and how these undocumented shape the future of our nation. Right now, 45% of young people globally are battling mental health issues. 29% have considered self-harm. Suicide is now the second leading cause of death for 19 to 29 years old worldwide. Yet beneath these struggling statistics lies an even deeper crisis, a generation thrown into loneliness while scrolling through feeds, pressurized by impossible ideas and disconnected from real communities, all while carrying our nation's future on their shoulders. Did you know every 40 seconds someone in the world dies by suicide, and in the most cases the person is young, a student, a dreamer, someone with their whole future ahead. We walk past them every day, not seeing the silence inside them. Considered a teenage who seemed to have it all: good grades, social media buzz, and supportive parents, but inside she was dying, skipping meals, withdrawing from bed, even thinking, would anyone miss me if I'm gone? She scrolled through the phone, seeing friends' perfect lives on social media. She feels lonely even in the crowd. She is stressed about grades, anxious about future, and sometimes wonder if anyone would notice if she disappeared. That's depression and loneliness stacking. According to the WHO, depression affects 5% of teens globally, but nearly 20% report loneliness. These feelings often beneath the surface, silent, unseen. A 2025 WHO report confirmed loneliness among youth is at historic level. 63% of Gen Z say they have zero close confidence, up to 16% in 1990s. This isn't just sadness, it's a national security threat. Today we will expose why. Here is a statistic that should terrify every parent, teacher, and leader watching this video. 1 in 4 young people globally feel deeply lonely. Not just sad, lonely. And in 2024, 15% of teens in the US experience depressive symptoms, so they could not function normally. But here is what really shocking. This isn't just a mental health crisis. This is a national security issue, an economic disaster, a civilized level threat that we are ignoring. Youth cannot vote because they are under the legal age. We cannot donate money because we don't have an income. We cannot skip school to address the next global issue. So what can we do? How many of these young faces are silently screaming inside? How many are fighting inside battle with depression, loneliness, and anxiety, all while smiling on their faces outside? Today, we are uncovering the silent pandemic that's have our youth and why it matters for the future. Depression isn't just sadness, it's a relentless fog that clouds thought, disrupts sleep, and sometimes brings dark thoughts into the minds of young people. A 2024 survey from the CDC showed that over 40% of high schoolers report feeling sad or hopeless, and nearly 20% seriously considered suicide. In Pakistan, a 2024 study by the Aga Khan University found that more than 35% of university students in Pakistan report symptoms of depression, and 1 in 10 had seriously considered suicide in the past years. A recent article in Dawn News highlighted a heartbreaking trend. Suicide rates among students are rising, with academic pressure, family expectations, and lack of mental health support as key factors. Our children are dying in silence. We must listen before it's too late. Why? Academic pressure, parental expectation, competitive exams, fear of failure, and an overwhelming sense of not being enough. Listen to this quote from a student: "I study for hours, but I still feel like I am not good enough. I cannot talk to anyone. My parents think I am just lazy." This is the cry nobody hears. Why students have shaped their expectation, feeling isolated even in crowded classrooms. It's crucial to recognize these signs and provide support. Consider Rohit, a 17-year-old student from India, top of his class, polite, kind, had a scholarship offer pending, but behind that bright smile was a boy in silence. Rohit took his life in 2023. His parents said, "We never knew." He never said a single word. According to WHO, 1 in 7 Indians aged 15 to 24 experience mental health issues. Only 1 in 10 gets help. We have turned our classrooms into pressure cookers. India saw student suicide rise 27% in 2024, 1 every 24 minutes. Why? OECD data shows students now just 15 per hour more study, doing more study globally. When families hide financial struggle to fund elite education, students equate failure with betrayal. 75% of university counselors report students fear disappointment parents more than failing. Unemployment isn't kill dreams uniformly. Research shows jobless individuals in high unemployed countries face lower suicide risk, because shared struggle reduces stigma. The pressure is immense. 76% of students report moderate or high stress in the past months, and 77% say their mental health is affecting their academic performance. "I felt like a failure all the time," said one student in the New York Times. When the depression goes untreated, the risk of self-harm increases dramatically. This is not about weakness, it's about a mental health crisis that demands action. We are seeing depression rate that would have been unimaginable just a decade ago. Consider Marcus, straight-A student, captain of debate team, college found. His parents called him their success story. But last month, Marcus attempted suicide in his school's bathroom. Marcus, he said he was stressed about college. Our youth have learned to hide their pain behind achievements and social media smile. Here is where it gets really twisted. We are more connected than ever, yet more lonely than ever. How is that possible? Enter the digital age. We are hypered and connected 24 hours, but are we truly connected? Research found that 60% of youth people report anxiety around young social media, and 30% admit it makes them feel lonely. Consider a teenager who checked his phone 20 times a day but still feel isolated. He scrolled, double taps, but the sense of really belonging is missing. That is digital loneliness. Visual context is weaponized. FOMO. According to 2023 report, 90% of teens are regularly smartphone users. 78% scroll before bed, destroying sleep with blue light that slash our brain by 55%. They follow influencers like like stories, scroll endlessly, but when it's time to talk to someone real, they freeze, linked heavily to screen time and lack of real human interaction. 62% of youth in India report feeling digitally connected but emotionally isolated. We are alone today, physically present but emotionally absent. Mary Weiss said, I have 12,000 TikTok followers but ate alone daily. My friend only knew my filtered self. Stanford 2024 study proved every 10 minutes of passive scrolling is 13% drop in empathy. As one young person shared in a recent article, we see everyone else's perfect lives online and you start to wonder what's wrong with yours. This leads us to a critical question. A survey by the Pakistan Institute of Public Opinion found that approximately 35% of Pakistani youth aged 18 to 24 reportedly feeling low self-esteem due to their experiences on social media. And a study by the Pakistan Mental Health Association revealed that 40% of various age group experience loneliness, attributes to their excessive social media use. True connection come offline. Likes and comments do not for real. Hugs are warm conversation. It's easy to gather 500 friends on social media, but how many should answer your call at 2 a.m.? A 2022 study in a journal of social psychology found that online connection often lack emotional empathy. Likes don't hug us back. Emojis don't listen. We expect more from technology and less from each other. Remember, when friends meet, walking and talking together, fighting over silly things are just hanging out without filter. Now it's likes, followers, and toxic comparisons. Friendship today is a seen message, a blue tick and story view, but not a real conversation. Instagram was ranked worst for mental health by UK study for 1,500 teens. Social media is an illusion of connection. True friend is built face to face, heart to heart. Setting healthy boundaries like scheduling offline time can help reduce this digital stress and promote healthier friendship. Digital lifestyle isn't just about device, it's about how we have rewired our brain for dopamine hit from likes, reels, and endless scrolling. The brain addicted to fast reward system like social media at the cost of long-term emotional regulation. Depression symptoms increase by 33% with each extra hour of daily screen time. Youth report insomnia and attention issue have doubled since 2020. The digital lifestyle isn't just about social media, it's about the pressure to be on, to respond instantly, to create a perfect image, to never show weakness. Consider this waterfall effect. Dopamine addiction from likes and comments, sleep disrupt from blue light and late night scrolling, FOMO and comparison syndrome, reduced face-to-face social skills, anxiety when disconnected. We have created a generation addicted to digital validation, leaving them emotionally malnourished. Try this 1 week off social media. Track your mood. This result more surprise you. This isn't to find a balance between our online and offline life. Globalization has brought many benefits, but it's also import a culture of individualization, materialism, and relentless competition. In many Asian and Middle Eastern societies, traditional support systems are ending. According to 2025 article in the Express, youth now feel caught between two worlds: the expectation of their families and the Western freedom. We are losing our roots and with them our sense of belonging. In Pakistan and beyond, youth feel torn between traditional values and Western individualization. A 2023 report found that 50% of youth identify confusion Who am I in the globalized world? Western ideas without Eastern grounding create fragmented minds. We started copying styles, trends, and values but forgot who we are. One student said, I want my culture, but I also want the freedom to express myself. That inner tug of war can lead to anxiety and external loneliness. Pakistani journalist once wrote, imitation without understanding is suicide for the soul of a nation. Let's keep that in mind. The result, young people who feel like failure in both worlds, too modern for their parents, too traditional for their friends. It's virtual for us to embrace our own culture identity while investigating these influencers. Despite these challenges, youth remain the backbone of a nation. They are the innovators, the dreamers, and the builders of tomorrow. Their energy, activity, and resilience can be crucial for society and economic progress. The youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow. But as one young activist said, we are not just the leaders of tomorrow, we are the leaders of today. Youth make up over 60% of Pakistan population. That's not just a number, it's power. If we empower youth with mental health support, mentorship, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Get involved, debate, join student unions, vote, ask questions. Overcoming these barriers requires targeted support. So what you can do? Reach out, text a friend showing you care. Talk about mental health. Start conversation, break the silence and stigma, share your story or listen to someone else. Limit screen time, schedule regular offline activity and focus on real life conversation. Balance online and offline life. Listen without judgment. Validate feelings. Seek help. Mental health isn't shame. Build community, clubs, study groups, NGOs, etc. Get potential advice. Join youth council. Support young people. If this video give you hope or if you know someone who's struggling, share this video with them. Comment below with the story or tip. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful community can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever have. Thank you.